NFL star Janoris Jenkins has broken his silence in the death of his friend whose body was found in the basement of his home following a fight with his ex-convict brother. It's been more than a week since music producer Roosevelt Renee, 25, was found dead at the Giants cornerback's home in New Jersey. Since then, Janoris's brother, William Jenkins, 34, was charged with aggravated manslaughter in connection to Renee's death. In an Instagram post shared by Janoris on Thursday, the athlete said he lost a true friend. With regret and sadness, I wish to inform the fans and the public a good friend of mine, Roosevelt Renee Trips Beats, was found dead at my place of residence. Trips was a good friend and we were collaborating on music production together, Janoris wrote. It truly hurts my heart to know he passed away. Janoris said at the time of the incident he was in Florida, preparing to finish off my promotional tour. As this is an ongoing incident, I cannot answer any questions related to the investigation, he wrote. I am praying for Roosevelt and his family. Scroll down for video. William Jenkins was arrested last week in the death of Renee. He was arrested for parole violation in Ontario County, New York, just before 2 a.m. on Tuesday, 9 hours before the body was discovered in the basement of Janoris's home in Fair Lawn, New Jersey. Ontario County is located more than 300 miles away from Fair Lawn. He was taken into custody on an unrelated parole violation. Law enforcement revealed he was a person of interest in Renee's death after the body was discovered. William has a criminal record in Florida dating back to the early 2000s that includes convictions for aggravated battery, grand theft, and multiple counts of burglary. Renee's sister Rabbani Linder also spoke to DailyMail.com last week, saying that her sibling had been arguing with Janoris's brother in the days before his death. Authorities said Renee was discovered by a house worker at the residence located on 14 Van Son Place in Fair Lawn on June 26. Police are treating the investigation as a homicide. NFL Network's Mike Garafolo reported that detectives are investigating a possible strangulation suffocation as the cause of death, citing law enforcement sources. In a phone interview with DailyMail.com, Linder said her brother had moved into the home of his friend, Janoris, to work on his music, and that the football player's brother was also staying there. Janoris also dabbles in music in his free time, performing under the stage name Rabbit. Together, Janoris and Renee collaborated on a hip-hop track titled Hood Jump In, which was released in March. A photo that was posted on the producer's Instagram page around that time shows Renee sitting next to the cornerback. Share this article. Share Friday. I called him, and he had locked himself in the bathroom and said he had been having trouble with Janoris's brother and that they had been arguing, Linder claimed. He was jealous of Janoris's friendship with my brother. The woman said she instructed her brother to speak to her in Creole in case William was listening to their conversation from the other side of the door. I FaceTimed him Monday and he looked worried, Linder said of her brother. I told him to get out of there. He had a real stress on. That was the last time I spoke to my brother. Linder wrote in the description of a GoFundMe campaign that her brother was on the verge of a major career breakthrough at the time of his death. Working under the staged name Trips Beats, Renee produced music for a variety of stars. The Giants' cornerback was not in New Jersey at the time of Renee's death and has been staying in his native Florida. ESPN reported, citing unnamed sources, that the 29-year-old player has been advised by attorneys to remain in Florida. Linder said as the only boy among 7 children, Renee was universally loved and was her best friend. He never had a problem with anyone, she told DailyMail.com. Everyone loved him. Linder wrote on the Goffin page that Renee was very smart and confident, also had a smile on his face, and his greatest passion in life was creating beats. The sister said the young music producer wanted to help their family and get their mother a new car. The football star purchased the Fair Lawn home for $500,000 in 2016. The Giants made Janoris one of the NFL's highest-paid cornerbacks in 2016 when they signed him to a 5-year, $62.5 million contract with $28 million in guarantees. In 2017, Jenkins' season was ended prematurely by an ankle injury. Coming off a playoff berth and an 11-5 record in 2016, the Giants sank to 3-13 in 2017 as head coach Ben McAdoo was fired and ultimately replaced with Pat Shurmur. Janoris will be answering to new defensive coordinator James Bettcher this season when he returns to the field.